class is that. Because when I said that, I was noticing that there were certain specific ways to get in touch and not get in touch. When I said that, there was like a flinch, and I went, oh, okay. Steve, no. We're good, they're not here today.
You up to step 3, what are you up to?
Step 500, oh my God, you missed so much.
I have to go to cruise with you somewhere, but you don't go to Asia.
Wouldn't that be fun? Yes.
I go to Japan, come with me to Japan.
Let's do it. What a great belt buckle, baby. Sweet. Okay, so let's do a little leaf, babes. Let's do a little leaf. Pretend that this is all covered. Now, leaves, I generally wouldn't necessarily put leaves on the same as all those octopus tentacle things. But what if this was the oceany sand and then it's the jungle? So maybe I would. You never know. It's possible. So what I'm going to do is I do a lot of hand mixing of color. And I do a lot of smearing. Smearing makes good color blends. When the clay is soft like this, and this is very soft, and when you have a humid environment like this, it gets softer yet. And if you're hot flashing, then just forget about it. It's a meltdown. So if you find it getting too hot, put it down. Think cool thoughts, touch a cold drink, and then come back to it. If you work on marble, and I don't know where you might be able to get a slab of marble anywhere close by, but it's a nice, cool surface. Yeah. They probably do have thin little broken bits. They can work that out for you if you like. I remember, Jane, when we were last, you were doing that golden alabaster chunks, baby. Did you ever do anything fun with that?
I'm working out.
Of course.
I also have some ceramic tiles if you need them.
Ceramic works fabulous. Anything that stays cool in the warm weather. Obviously, the vice versa in the winter.
I have some with me, so if anybody wants to.
Okay, Susan, she's our gal. She's got it. So I did a teardrop, and then I'm just pressing this. Again, fingerprints are a happy time because they're going to make that whole velvety texture. Here's a trick with fingerprints. If you're doing something where a precise surface is needed, then obviously that's no good. And you can take like a piece of plastic and lay it over the top and rub, and that will emboss out fingerprints. That's one of the easiest ways. Most people, sand them away, and that's fine too. But whenever you're doing something organic, those little textures all over are perfect, because then if you do nick it with a nail or something, all you gotta do is touch it, and the touching makes it go back to where it should be. So touching is your friend. Giant thumbprint in the middle, could be awkward, could be a design element, but fingerprints all over, always good. Needle tool straight down the middle. And this just sort of embeds a little line in it. That's going to become a fold line later. It's about as thick as a nickel, no more than that, maybe even a little less. And I've also pinched the edges so that it appears more delicate. Then, okay, you guys have heard me yammering about my tools. The reason I have these tools is because of Mark here. The first time I came and taught here, he is known for a large range of tools that they custom make. So before you leave, please do check out all they have. But they've got my tools here, which are these 3, and then we've got a brand new one as well that I haven't even played with as much as I want yet. Okay, so I'm holding this in my fingertips. This is the Gotta Have It tool. It says GHI on the side, usually, so you know. And you're going to hold it in the artsy style, which is like this, not like this, because this way just puts lines on clay, and that's boring. Do it like this. If you want to be really pretentious, stick that pinky out. And then you're just going to press that in and roll it up. So what I'm doing is I'm making a scallop on the outside edge and rolling it in. And you can make as many or as few of those little things. Turn it over, and you're going to make the line come to meet it on the other side. Now, it doesn't have to literally meet it, but that's the angle that it's going at. So I'm just kind of clumping it like that. So now we've got sort of this rough leaf shape. That's not bad. It's not great yet either, but it's not bad. So now I'm going to flip this baby over, and with the back end, I'm just going to rock and press. So see what that does is it pushes a little indentation. See, isn't that like 27% more fun than that side? Possibly even 28. I'm going to do it on both sides. Now when you do that though, it's very shiny because you just use your tool. So that again takes a little of the naturalness away. So get your finger in there and just press. So see, look at this side versus that side. More better, right? So use those fingers in there, and all I'm doing is kind of pressing out the indentation, just leaving the fun bits. Now, I'm going to just take this and fold it on this line. So I want to open that line up again because it got all gunky. And when I fold it on that line, I'm pressing back here. That's where my pressing is. So I'm not just kind of rolling it up, I'm actually pushing it together against that cut line, and see what you've got. Now, this by itself, that's starting to look pretty fun. But what it really looks good at is if you start crawling it on your piece. So let's say that we begin a jungle here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to press it in here. And see, I'm pretty brutal with my press. And you can even drag it if you want it to be crawling out in the jungle. And then I'm just going to poke that up and have it be flying up there. Isn't that lovely fun? You start making a cluster of those. But wait, there's more. This is my mica powder area. Mica powders, glitters, all of these surface treatments. I carry a little line behind you that is the new thing for me. They're like lined up and they have glitter, mica powder, chalk powders, flakes, and they're mixed depending on what color combinations, and they're nice, but probably most of you have already glitters and mica powders at home. So if you're like me and you can't get enough, just get everything. And what we try to do with that set is find some stuff that you couldn't as easily get other places. And so they're kind of like some unique colors and unique things in there. I love this particular one right here. This is a powder, and it is the most intense cobalt blue pigment I have seen. I just love this thing. And it's really good to just kind of get in for some fun shading and add some color. So I'm going to clean this off by rubbing it on rubbing it on my skin or my clothing or whatever I'm in the mood for. And you want to keep getting that brush clean because just like makeup, you want to blend. So see how that adds a little depth right in there? And I had a funky spot here, so we'll just keep that. Now we want to add some perk. So I'm going to come back to this little yellow. This is from the superhero kit right there, those colors. But look at how I'm just like giving it a little bit of a touch there. Now see what that does? That make it really fun. Yep. Now if that's too much shine for you, then you could just go, well, that's too much.